Hello everybody, welcome back to some Terra Invicta tonight. I am super excited to be back with this campaign. Hopefully we can get into some real action tonight. That is the hope. Thank you everybody for being here for the start of the stream. It's lovely to see you. It's awesome to have so many people here as soon as I go live. That's just crazy. Let me just fix chat because it's in the completely wrong place as usual. And who do we have here? We've got congratulations to Salty Frosty for first tonight. Ghost of Gecko just getting beaten Tachyon as well, but good to see you both. Hey Kaitsumami, hey Captain Silver, hey how do I say this? Schnabelfakkraft, I think is the pronunciation. I'm not quite sure. Thank you all for being here for the start of the stream. I hope you're all doing really, really well. Let's get into it, shall we? Let me just kill the cool home world music that just started playing, and let's have a look at Terra Invicta. So, hey E6090, how you doing? Good to see you. We're in a we're kind of in a good place and a bad place as far as the campaign is going at the moment. And we're in a good place because we have a decent income, we have really good research, we've got a good mission control cap at the moment, but we are definitely behind in terms of dealing with the aliens in space. And as much as I don't want to go to war with the aliens, we have to stop them farming us for research, which is what they've been doing for the entire campaign so far, pretty much unmolested because none of the other factions have been able to stop them. So, at the moment, we believe to be at low threat with the alien, and we want to keep it that way. The pupper is doing much, much better. She was very, very sick on Sunday morning, to the extent where I was very, very concerned. And I made the right call of not going ahead with the stream, and I basically sat with her for quite a while, and then finally took her for a walk. And she was finally doing better, and now she's fine. She's absolutely fine. She's fully recovered, but there was a period there where I was really, really worried. So just that did happen, but we should be good from now on. How is everybody else doing? I hope you're all doing well. So the main focus for this stream is Molten Core Fission Reactor 3. This research here, when this completes, it has the chance, it doesn't say it here, but it has the chance to unlock Pegasus as a drive. So if we can unlock Pegasus drives are going to be our primary engine for the next little while. However, the Pegasus drive only has a percentage chance of spawning.
Hello there.
Hello, Tachyon. So the other option is when Fission Pulse drives completes, we'll get our hands on the Orion drive, which is probably what we'll use as our short-term solution. I would like to get the Iron H drive as our main drive if we don't get Pegasus. So those are our two big ones. Superconducting magnets, which is another research that's running at the moment, will get us into Tin Droplet Radiator, which is the best early game radiator we can get our hands on. And it also leads down the route towards, since it doesn't show, we need another project as well. Okay, we'll need to have a check to see what that is. It also leads down towards railguns. So let's have a quick check to see what is holding us back from Pegasus Drive, because this is really important. Pegasus Drive. So according to this, we need a fission. So, Molten Core Fission Reactor 3, Teardrop Drive, Fission Spinner Drive. Now, Teardrop Drive being blue means I think we've got this available to research, but we haven't got the Fission Spinner Drive because we need to research the Lars Drive. So I think we've got all of that available to us. The Teardrop and the Fission Spinner, I think, are here. There's the Fission Spinner, there's the Teardrop, there's the Lars. So we need to research all three of these as well. I'm just going to knock these on to favorites to make sure that they are there, because they appear to be the prerequisites for the Pegasus Drive. Don't forget to Shake Charge Nuke for early OP missile. If we can get there, definitely E69, but we need the propulsion first. So that's the big thing in space. Now then, Earth. Last time, we got a little bit ballsy, and we managed, hey, Bidletting, how's it going? Yeah, don't worry, we're working on we only need one, okay. We're working our way towards Orion. That's already happening. The Pegasus is a backup. Hey, Cap Channel, the doggo is doing much, much better. She's totally recovered. If I the wrong, it's okay, we'll fix that when we go back to it. I've got the other ones there, and that should be good enough to get us started. But thanks, Selden Snack, that's a good catch. But yeah, the puppy's doing much, much better. So she just got into some stuff she shouldn't have gone into late on Saturday night, and then in the morning she was just really not feeling very well. But luckily she's recovered completely. Thank you for checking in. So last time we got our hands on China, which is a huge coup for us. We now control China, India, Pakistan. One of our goals is we're going to try and unite India, Pakistan. But the other thing I think we want to start doing is one of our victory conditions is we need to control, I think, 75% of the world. Do I have a... I don't think I have a... Where is it? Recruiting Organized with Legend. I'm looking for the faction. I don't think I can see it just yet, but there is a... Our victory condition, basically, is... I can't remember where we find the victory condition. We need 75% of the world's population. So I'm considering starting to work a little bit on Africa so we can form the Caliphate, and we'll actually do the African side of the Caliphate, bring all of this in and combine together. But we're not going to worry about that right now because we are at the moment massively over on control points. What we're going to have to do, in fact, is we've already done it. We've abandoned the United Arab Emirates. Good. We've abandoned Kuwait. The only territory we are still holding is Pakistan, India, and China. So that's the big thing. We are very over on control points. Don't have our control... Oh, it's here. That's right. That's the faction button. Yes, we don't have our objectives yet because we haven't researched them. We do have some big researches about to complete, though. We're about to complete Xenoflora defoliants, Hydra diplomacy is on the way, and we've got this other stuff coming up as well. So let's have a quick check on what is going on with our agents. We don't have any... Okay, we've got a level up on Robusto Combusto. Because of this current situation up here, I'm going to have to double down on admin command and persuasion for this stream to get our command points up. So we're going to grab an admin level up on Robusto Combusto. Even though I want to get command... Actually, we could probably just afford to go for command on her. Because that's what she's doing anyway. Let's get a command level up on her. That's going to help her out a little bit with her job. She also has one... Sitting capital gets +3. But this is just sitting here. +3 mission. +3 admin is crazy. We could definitely probably take advantage of that on somebody. Maybe not on her. We don't have 10 on you. You've currently got 25 admin, so there's no point grabbing that on you. You got 25 admin, there's no point grabbing that on you. I think everyone's at or just off 25 admin. We've got to level up on Steve Jobless. Let's get Steve Jobless's admin to max. So he's at 20. What did I just level up? Did I click on the wrong thing? I might have clicked on this. It's okay. And then you've got... Okay, so nobody really needs Obsidian Capital Group, even though it's here as available. Okay. Now for the turns. I've currently got Bob advising Pakistan... Sorry, Bob advising India, Tankalil advising China, Steve Jobs advising India. We've got a little bit of unrest in India. We've got the unrest in China has dropped considerably since we took it over, and Pakistan continues to be a perfect country with no problems at all. So we don't really have to do a lot of work in our countries. We've got great public opinion in all of them as well. The people love us. What we really need to do is just bolster up our defenses, hold the line for a little bit, and then we need to start coming back as the aliens. No one needs it, but Roaster's on 23, so only 1 point would be wasted. Yeah, it is quite tempting. It is a bit of a buff as well. Let's grab it on her. It's 1.6k plus 1.6k is a lot. With 17 influences isn't much. It's minus 19 money per turn, but that will get us a little bit more on our cap here. So let's grab it. That gives her not enough room to grab anything because she's at her max, but at least she's at 25 admin now, and we can work down from there. So one thing that we need to watch out for is our priorities. Now, there's a lot of stuff we need to invest in China, which makes it very difficult. We want to invest in economy because we want more money. We want to invest in welfare because welfare helps us out with with inequality, and inequality is very high in China. We need to invest in the environment because there's a really bad environmental damage coming from China. It has really bad sustainability. Environment helps with that. We want to invest in knowledge because knowledge helps with inequality, and it also helps with just knowledge, which will get our research up higher. We want to invest in government because government will help with... It helps with our government score, which at the moment it's totalitarian. It'll let us move towards democracy, which will then help with things like unity and inequality. We're investing in unity, which again helps with inequality, but does bring down education a little bit. So we're kind of doing that knowledge investment to help with that. We're not investing in oppression at the moment. We're investing in funding. That's just straight more money per year out of them. We're not investing in spoils. We need to invest in boost because we need boost. We're massively investing in mission control because we've got a whole ton of mission control to build. And then we also need to research and build army. And honestly... we really need to think about investing in military as well, because we're currently stuck with an information age army, and we'd like to get that up to a more modern army. It's just one thing I'm seeing is we're really spreading our points thin with this current build. Hey, for the post feeling, she is indeed Stormical. Thank you for checking in. She's feeling much better. There's a lot of stuff. I'm going to just leave it ticking like this for a couple of turns and see what it looks like in a few turns. Do you need to invest in economy? Most of your income is in manufacturing anyway. Yeah, that's true. The nice thing about investing in economy is it does increase it, but we could probably afford to drop it a little bit. Let's drop it to 7% rather than the 14 it was at before. Let's make sure everyone has things to do. So we were having a look. If we have a look at the resources for the other factions. What have we got? We've got not really that much exciting going on with them. The next highest research we're looking at is Project X is at 1.3k, so we have 4 times what they have. And then in terms of techs, Hydro language, interesting. I didn't realize this has got Hydro language. So so we've got a lot of people researching. Okay, everyone gets Hydro language. Improved rail cannon. Improved rail cannon for the initiative is interesting. Improved rail cannon for the Project Exodus as well. We don't have any information on the Protectorate at all, which is also fascinating.
Don't let them find out.
And then we've got the Protectorate running Russia at the moment. We've got Protectorate running the United Arab Emirates. Sorry, that's the United European Union. We've got the Servants in America. We have the Resistance in Canada. Any cheap research gives a bonus to help set up China if we can swap to any current tech. That's what we'll have a look at that in the moment. We've got a bunch of techs that are running at the moment I want to complete. They're all very important. Okay, first of all, we know what Robusto Combusto is doing this turn. That's very, very easily. Very easy to set. Robusto's destroying aliens in Mombasa. That's just an easy thing to set up. What Bruce Wayne is doing is a little bit harder. I don't need him to purge or anything right now. I don't need him to public campaign. I think I'm just going to get him to investigate people so that he can get more points. So we'll find out whoever this person in Mexico is.
Investigating target.
No, probably we've never investigated their counselors. Yeah, that's what we need to do is find the Protectorate. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that for the moment. Let's check. What have we got under construction right now? So we actually have nothing under construction, which is quite good. That means we're not waiting for anything. Because you're pro faction, you can probably do intelligence sharing with the Protectorate, actually. That might be worth reaching out for them. Let's confirm assignments for the turn. And then I'm going to unpause. And we'll see how things go. Okay, I'm defending interest in Norway. That's fine.
Lending my expertise.
Lending my expertise.
Project Exodus are building a lot of fleets. Let's actually have a look at what Project Exodus' latest fleet is. 2 escorts. Well, we'll deal with this first of all. So Xenoflora defoliants is done. Our council arms do plus 25% damage to xenoforming. Alien attempts to plant xenoforms in our region suffer -2 penalty. That's really, really nice. Now, what I want to do is I want to focus on these prerequisite techs for the Pegasus drive, and I'm not sure which one I need. So we have a look back at the tech tree. We should jump back in here again for a second. The Pegasus drive is showing that it needs sufficient spinner drive, multi-core fission reactor 3, which we're researching, and teardrop drive. Teardrop drive we have. The teardrop drive will get unlocks molten core fission. So I think I maybe just need the teardrop. Is that right? Because fission spinner drive is a global tech. No, fission spinner is also another tech that we haven't. No, fission spinner is a 58% chance to unlock, which we don't have, but teardrop is what we do have, so we can research teardrop. So I'm going to research the teardrop drive, and that should get us the prerequisite for Pegasus. Hey Core, how's it going? So let's get teardrop drive laid down. That's a big one. 2,000 research shouldn't take us too long. It's going to tick off on the 30th of January. Let's unpause. Oh, I wanted to check what they're doing. Bruce Wayne's investments have borne fruit, so we just get 2,000 cash money from Bruce Wayne.
Surveillance complete.
God. Okay, surveillance complete. I thought the game was paused. Right. So the Project Exodus are building escorts with 2 Artemis torpedo bays, water heat sinks, using large drives. Okay, so they've got large drive. Molten core fission reactor 1, nanotube filament radiators, silicon carbide armor. And what's the other ship they've got? They've got a Sparrowhawk class. That's 2 40mm autocannons with the same setup. Large drive. 5 armor at the front. So those are reasonable ships, although they are out in the middle of absolute nowhere with large drives. Delta V of 20 kps on the Sparrowhawk. It may be able to get somewhere, but I don't know why they're building ships out here. I mean, how far from Earth is this? Okay, I don't think we ever need to worry about this. I mean, there is, I guess, its orbit does come close to Earth every now and then, but weird place to build Fast little ships. Okay, they're still trying a public campaign in China, which is concerning. We do have to worry about the fact that we are massively over our cap.
Every child
Okay.
adores playing with magnets, yet most adults pay them no heed. Foolish, really, for one day they will become the very bedrock of our society. Chancellor Li Qingzhao. Interview with Wired
She keeps
Magazine.
interrupting me. Every child adores playing with magnets. So superconducting magnets is done. Superconducting magnets gets us tin droplet radiator, which is a really high priority research that I wanted to make sure we had complete. Coal guns are also available through this research, which is cool. What I really want to look for now is what do we need to get to? It's a long way away, but what do I need for adamantium armor? Is it called adamantium? Yeah, adamantine armor. It's a long way off, but what do we need for this? We need improved shipbuilding techniques and dimandioids. We've got improved shipbuilding techniques, which is something we want for some other stuff as well. Diamondoids requires molecular assemblers, which requires with the quantum computer which we've got. So we would just need to research towards that. What have we got here? There's molecular assemblers, which would get us towards adamantium armor, which is the best armor I think we can do, unless we want to spend exotics. What else does this get us? Rapid repair materials, molecular benefication. Also gets us designer life forms, diamondroids, and ultra capacitors. This is a requirement for following faction project: nanofact, DNA repairs, rapid repair materials, molecular benefication, rapid missile enrichment, and wet navy modernization. It's not an essential to have right now, and it's a bit of a late game tech. There are earlier game techs we could grab. What does space commerce get us? Commercial mining companies, slag valorization, civilian quantum computing, unlocks our space future, gets us res module, commercial mining company, space traffic control, extraction management, slag valorization, plasma extraction techniques, civilian quantum computing. Improved shipbuilding techniques is probably going to be useful. Hey Monkey, see how's it doing? Good to see you. I think I'm going to grab improved shipbuilding techniques. I think unlocking stuff like all of the stuff in this list is very, very useful. Let's get that underway as one of our main ones, as our main global ones. Hedge diplomacy will be done since in February. Molten coffee direct on the 21st. Teardrop on 29th. Not really worth it going for armor. Economy engines should be the priority. We've got our economy is looking really tight at the moment. We can't really do much more to our economy until we move further out in the solar system. Unless you're talking about this economy, in which case we can just build another station if we need to. Okay, that's my alert to do investment in China, to do my funding, to get more money out of China, if I want to do it. Indeed, the best arm in the game is not getting hit. Unfortunately, with my ability to micro-space combat in this game, we're going to get hit. We can direct invest. I don't have a lot of influence because I spent a lot of influence taking over China, so I don't think I can go too deep on funding. We could probably drop about 10. No, we can't even drop 10. We can probably drop 20. Why does it go over? I just want 20. Oh, it's because Numlock's not on, that's why. Okay. Bruce Wayne, yes. The chat names everything in this game, Monkey Scene. Everything. Wait till we start getting some ships out. So if I put 20 in, that leaves me with about 300. Or do I maybe put 30 in? Maybe 25. Maybe if I go for 25, that's the way to go. But Dumbuck was on, it just won't let me. Okay, I can just go down from here. 25 isn't a huge amount, but at least with a little bit of influence. I'm going to spend 607. It's not massive. It's not a great investment this year, but it's a little bit more money. Okay, that's probably enough for now. There's nothing else I want to invest in at the moment. Okay, that's a new turn done. I don't think we need to worry about anyone leveling up. No, everyone's fine. Let's just kind of, it's kind of just a bit quiet on the Earth front, and it's going to be quiet in space until we get our ships built. I want to make sure we can find a protectorate person. Did they fail? Interesting. We'll investigate them again then.
We'll see what they're up to.
The other factions are ahead of us in developing powerful warships. We should focus on projects that will develop our fleet. That's exactly what I'm doing, Steve Jobless. Let's confirm and unpause. Yeah, we've got a little bit more money from that investment.
Offering counsel.
Lending my expertise.
We've got some intel on our target.
Bruce Wayne is a resistance person. That's not who I'm really interested in, Bruce. That's interesting. We've got some... The Project Exodus are actually doing some transfers in mid-system. We should watch out for a fight if they've moved over to Luna.
Target secured.
Good work. Robusto Combusto. Control. I'm getting control for the servants in Cameroon. I've never seen this artwork before. I don't think I've ever seen this artwork before. Yeah, that's exactly what we're working on now, Bin Laden. Alien fleet launches for low Earth orbit 1. Okay. Nothing I can do about that right now. Molten core fission reactor 3 has completed. So, yeah, there's nothing here about Pegasus drives. But hopefully when our other research completes, we'll be there. So what else can we do here? What is important? And we're specifically looking at getting spaceships up and running. At the moment, engines are super, super important. Tin droplet radiator is also super, super important, but that hasn't popped yet. Teardrop probably mentions Pegasus now. I'll have to check in a second, because it's currently running. I'm looking at what we've got favorited here. So Akan Barat, I'm not worried about right now. We will come back to it. If Vessel dies in the Xenos campaign, it's going to break your heart. Hopefully they don't, because they are incredibly useful. Solar mirrors we're going to play with later if we can. I'm not worried about them right now. Repair bays are great, but we don't need them right now. Large drive I don't think we need. I'm going to just untick that for the moment. The ISR-UM is something we want but don't need right now. Same for fission platform and outpost kits. Mobile Space Science Lab, don't need it right now. Laser engines boost the power of our lasers, but we don't have lasers yet. Heavy vision power we don't need right now. Life Science Research Center, we don't need at the moment because we're using the other one. High thrust ergonomics means our ships get an extra 0.5 G if the ship can get there. Good, but we don't need it. Railgun batteries will buff all of our layered defense arrays, I'm pretty sure, so that's an important one to get. Marine stuff, we're not doing anything with that just yet. Augmented combat training, good, but we don't... Well, augmented combat training will help us with setting up the army in China, but it's a lot of research for right now. Same with liberating mainland China. And again, that's a really complicated one. I'm not sure if we're going to do it that way. Executive privilege, good to have. We don't need it right now. Ops Center. We're going to need to build a bunch of these, but we're not really going to touch them until we've got tier 3 stations. What else do we have here? We don't need Dorian Gap Road. Let's make that obsolete. The Taliski Tunnel, we also don't need. These radiators are all going to be obsolete once we get our hands on the Tin Droplet. Strait of Train, no, I don't need to worry about this right now. Same with this bridge. Nope, don't need this right now. Depot Pass opening. Nope, that's for Lhasa. Phone metal armor, again, once we get our hands... Well, we'll leave that for the moment. Nanotube filament radiator, I don't need that. Molten salt heat sinks, we probably do need that at some point. Composite armor, I'm going to head towards... I'm basically hoping to head towards adamantite if I can. But there's probably going to be some armor we need to pick up on the way. Sodium heat sinks. I'm not sure what heat sinks we need right now. Hybrid air-breathing rockets, 20% bonus to boost investment. That's actually quite nice. I'm going to favorite that. Armor struts is an upgrade for ships. Volume pipe radiator, we don't need that if we're getting Tin Droplet. Liquid hydrogen containment, yeah, I want to hold on to that. Now, fuel cell 2, we don't need fuel cell 2, right? This is a power plant. I'm pretty sure we don't need this. Same with potassium heat sinks. All of these drives I don't think I need. Lars, Pulse Plasmid, Vazimir. Tungsten resistor jets, we don't need. E-beam drive, mass drive. Mass drive is not a drive. Yes, it is a drive. Plasma wave drive, don't want that. Directed engine launch systems is a 25% to boost. Commercial rocket companies gets us a new faction. Gas core fission reactor, we'll leave the fission rate reactors on for now. Scram jets is another boost bonus for 1,000. Hab living quarters I'll leave there. Urban mountain gorilla cannon, we leave all of these. Rail cannons we don't have yet. That's the front of the ship gun. Space Force basic training gets us more officers. Patrol vessels gets us frigates, monitors, destroyers. 8-inch gun batteries, 12-inch cannons, and vectored thrusters. For 2,000 research, that's pretty good. it might be worth grabbing patrol vessels. Magazines, another important one when we want to start using missile launchers. Tungsten resistor jet improves boost. Where's tungsten? Did I hide tungsten resistor jet? Where was that? Tungsten resistor jet. I don't see anything in the description about boost. It's just the different levels of resistor jet. I don't see anything there about boost or resistor jet. Oh, there's so much stuff we need to pick up. Like, look at all the weaponry stuff here. Rail cannons, patrol vessels, E-beam batteries. Electron beams are short-range weapons that can penetrate. We probably don't need electron batteries. Hydrox explosive missiles, magazines. I think for right now, I'm going to grab patrol vessels. Because there's a lot of stuff in there we want to get our hands on. But we'll probably start off with escorts. Our monitors. Alright, that'll do for the moment. And that's a new turn already. Okay, it's now 16th of January, so a bunch of research is going to complete. Hey, Miss Epsis is going. Hey, Tavion. How are you going? No names yet, but we are working towards getting that technology up and running, and I'll use the new system when I do. We need to defend Pakistan. That's what Bruce is going to do this turn. And then Robusto has two aliens left to fight.
Taking it to them.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Does Teardrop mention Pegasus? It doesn't mention Pegasus, no. Yes, sorry. Completion may unlock the following technologies. Pegasus drive 38%. Is E-beam I think so. For the defense modules, it'll take the best laser weapon we have. So E-beam will probably just research a better laser. So it's a 38% chance once we research Teardrop. But Fission Pulse is going to complete in the 18th of June, and that will get us the Orion drive, which is better than nothing. Okay, so we're defending here. You're doing that. There's nothing else to really do on Earth right now. So we'll unpause, wait for this research to tick over. Another alien fleet on the way. So we've got a lot of alien fleets coming for Earth. E-beam is part of it, so it won't be added to station defenses. There we go.
Offering support.
Offering assistance.
Offering counsel.
Tin droplet radiator is now available. So this is one we definitely want to get our hands on. 38% is dreadful. Yes, it's just unfortunate. Okay, we completed Teardrop drive, so Pegasus drive now is a 38%. If I go and have a look at Lars, which was the other option, I don't think it's going to mention Pegasus. It's going to give me Fission Spinner, Pulse Plasmoid, nothing. Yeah, there's nothing else that's going to give me Pegasus, unfortunately. Let's get Tin Droplet researching. Where's Tin Droplet Radiator? So this is one of the best tin radiators in the game, especially for early game. And it also doesn't just die easily. It's going to take a little bit of time to research, but it's very, very good. So we need to get a science on our council or something when we get a chance. We just have to hope that Pegasus drops. If it doesn't, then we'll have to use Orion drives. Okay, they're pushing public support for the servants up in China. We maybe need to counter that. We'll get a second roll for Pegasus. That's good to know. Alien abductions in Canada. That's resistance territory. Robusta Cobusta's doing her job, which is fantastic. I might need to grab a glass of water in a minute. Oh, that WoW didn't fire. That's weird. Why did that WoW not fire? Why did that WoW not fire? That's weird. I think the... Yeah, it's weird. It should be... What are you on? You're on YouTube? Command triggered. Oh, it's really weird that didn't fire. I think I need to fix that. I'll have to have a look at that after the stream. Okay, we've got a new turn. The bot doesn't like you. It's probably just the way I've set the bot up. Okay, we don't have any level ups available right now. I'm not too interested in looking at orgs at the moment.
Reporting
We don't need to defend anywhere. Let's continue trying to find a protectorate agent. We haven't found any of those in a while.
Eyes on target.
Robusto needs to
Where do
continue
you need
finding
me?
aliens. We also have some aliens to investigate. Let's do that first.
On the way to the target site.
Everyone else has got their jobs to do, so let's confirm assignments and unpause. We're just kind of waiting for this research at the moment.
I will help them.
Offering support.
But I need a drive for our ships. That's the biggest problem.
Person of interest surveilled.
Project Exodus, so that's not something we're looking for either. Hydra diplomacy has been completed. This is quite a big one. What was before a crude and faltering exchange of words between ourselves and the Hydra has now become an official line of two-way communication. Establishing this proved far from easy, in part due to the lack of natural factory element in our own language, heightening the risk of misunderstanding, or worse, an aggressive... we're also got Orion coming, establishing that this proved far from easy, heightening the risk of understanding. Surprisingly, the great subsequent fact proved to be apparent indifference on the aliens' part, no matter the content of our messages, as though they consider us beneath notice, despite their clear interest in Earth. Persistence has, however, proved to be a virtue, and careful finessing of our overtures toward the Hydra has finally prompted a response. Fulfills objective, can conduct diplomacy with the aliens, establish communication channel to the aliens. We update our intelligence estimate on how the alien guard our faction with accurate information.
We knew this path would not be easy, Chancellor.
This is all new stuff for me now, because I've never gotten this far with the Academy. The reception to our request has not been encouraging. Our first messages to the Hydras were simply ignored. On questioning our servant contacts, we discovered that this was not unusual. The Hydras have little interest in communicating with the bulk of their subjects, and prefer to disseminate messages through a small elite of trusted servants. Such servants are naturally under the Hydra's full control. It is, of course, a heretic stream, one can see. Not being members of the Hydra elite, our only recourse has been to ask our content servants to vouch for us. This has been a slow process and has strained our already tenuous relationship with their faction to the breaking point, but we have success. After a message has been sent to us today, the Hydras will issue an official statement to our faction. However, the fact that it is described as a statement and not a dialogue is not encouraging. For some time now, it's been clear the greatest scientific gap between us and the aliens is in the realm of material science. Now that we have an alien technology to study, we can perhaps narrow that gap. Research the exotic materials project when it becomes available. We need to complete these: alien technology or Hydra diplomacy. The Hydras have agreed to issue a statement to our faction in simplified Hydra. We hope to translate it and engage them in a dialogue. Complete the research their demands project when it becomes available. We need to complete the following tech. Okay, so that's everything on the prerequisite to that done. So what are we researching next as our normal research? Why is the Helsinki? I've got Show Obsolete turned on. That's why there's so much stuff. I was really overwhelmed. I was like, why is there so much stuff on the screen? Yeah, okay. Well, let's continue. Let's keep this slot for this stuff. I think Kite's on the right path there. We'll get Ferricites done. And just get all of the Hydra tech done. Yes. Also, the infinite DV engines are sailing across the solar system and Battlefield alike without concern for your facility tanks. Also FTL. We weren't going to get that for a long time, I'll tell you that much. Okay, that's done. Let's continue going. It's not just material science, no. Okay, so they're pushing public campaign. The servants are trying to hit us a little bit, which is annoying. Doing public campaign stuff. Successful treatment. Progress made against FEV. Rift Valley fever, which has become commonly known to be FEV, has continued to spread unchecked across the globe. However, a recent breakthrough about purple-bordered burglar has the potential to change that. While the current treatment makes extensive use of the unique facilities available on purple-murdered burglar, the staff are confident they can adopt the treatment for Earth-based hospitals as well. Excellent. Grants a small public opinion boost for the Academy across the world, or we could charge $300 for it. That just feels like absolute pennies. Let's just develop the vaccine. Look at that. The Academy making the world a better place. More alien abductions in Vancouver.
Recon complete.
And we did the recon, which is good. And the alien fleet has arrived. Since when is this? Yeah, FEV does kind of feel like the forced evolution virus. Okay.
Where to?
Let me just check public opinion situation in China and India. Okay, we're still very strongly in control. We do have a little bit of unrest in India, and a little bit of unrest growing in China, but I think we can continue looking for someone from the Protectorate with Bruce Wayne.
Initiating
And
surveillance.
Robusto needs to investigate
Standing
the
by.
other alien activity.
I will help them.
Unrest is high in Kuwait? Oh no.
Offering support.
The country that we abandoned?
Offering assistance.
We've got some intel on our target.
Initiative. That's not who we wanted. You found a protectorate. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, Solid Snake. Patrol vessels is completed. Okay, so that gets us frigates, monitors, and destroyers. Monitors are really, really good. So we want to get our hands... Monitors is a really nice one to pick up. Our early game ships are going to be ships with missile launchers and ships with 40mm cannons. So what else do we need? I want this slot to maintain getting stuff for our combat ships. And now we have big navy guns on our stations. Woo! I might just grab railgun batteries. Actually, magazine is an important one for our missile launchers. Let's get magazine. And that will not take very long to complete at all. And let's keep spinning. Public campaign. Servants in... Okay, that's nothing we need to worry about. That's the servants again. I really want to get some ships built. I feel like we've waited way too long to get a navy laid down.
We've found something.
Okay, that's good. That speeds up our xenology research a little bit by finding that. Okay, she needs to get back to fighting stuff in Africa, though. It's getting really busy in Africa. Okay, so it said that we'd found a protectorate. Is that correct? Yes, we have. So let's make contact with that protectorate person. Thank you for pointing that out. Tom Amito over here. Look, God, he looks like such a tech bro. Let's get him there, and then you need to fight some aliens. They haven't built up too much.
Head into the LC.
Magazine's already finished. Fantastic. So we could look at getting some missiles. What have we got here? Hyperbolic explosive warhead missiles gets us Anaconda, Cobra, Hero torpedo, Anaconda missile, and the missile pods, which are for fighters. I think the Anaconda was the one we wanted. The frag rockets are really not what we want. The hyperbolic explosives, I'm pretty sure we did the maths last time and the Anacondas were the ones we wanted, but I can't quite remember. The other option is Hydrolox explosive warhead batteries. Gets us Copperheads. The Copperhead is a missile name I also remember being a good missile. But I think the ones we want are Anacondas. Warhead mass 200 kilos. They're doing 8 shots over 7 seconds. Just say he will develop his app and he will become a double agent. Yes. Unfortunately, I don't have any room for them. So damage off these is 25.1 damage. Off the Copperheads, it's 46. So the Copperheads are doing more damage with a bigger warhead. The acceleration is 18.3 with delta V of 3.7. So these have 14.3.8. These have a higher acceleration but the same delta V. 14. Yeah. Actually, these just seem better. Check for penetrator missiles. I don't think I have any penetrators available yet. Salty. I'm missing so many prereqs, unfortunately. The only ones I've got are these 3 here. And I think it needs to be the Hydrolox. I think the Copperheads do look better. Or I grab rail batteries to make sure all my defense stations have a railgun battery. I think I'm just going to grab this so that they have a rail battery, because we're still a little bit of a while away from being able to research any drives. Researching exotic materials. Okay, let's set that as a favorite. That's an important one. Learn the demands. Let's set that as a favorite as well. Electron Lance is available for research. I don't think that's anything we really want. The problem with cannons is cannons are nose mounted on our ships, whereas batteries go on our ships and they also go on our line of defense arrays. They were useless at the stage of the campaign we were at, mishaps, so they're not useless at this stage of the campaign. They're mostly to ward off the other factions. And rail cannons get used on ground batteries and can actually do something. Yeah. Let's see what these guys have. So first of all, can we do intelligence sharing? Yes. So I need to throw something in for intelligence sharing. Would you like some water? I have a lot of it. They would like 100 water for intelligence sharing. 50 water. Not 10. Not 20. Not 30. We can give them 35 water for intelligence sharing. Let's just check if there's any tier 3 orgs. They don't own any tier. They've got Equus Technologies. +1 science. That's okay. Or we've got Lupin Consulting for +snap. Draco Laboratory. So they plus 3 science isn't terrible. Plus 15% material science. Here's a glass of water. Here's some space water. Have a glass of space water. Electro Lance is produced for other periodicals. Okay, so Electro Lance is good to grab. This Draco Laboratories isn't anything to sneeze at for plus 3 science. I can't really make use of it right now, though. I think we'll maybe come and grab it off them later. Let's just complete the trade for information sharing. Okay, and then if we have a look at their details now that we can see them. Did the turn just finish? It did. I want to see what resources they have. So they... What's their research is 1.4k. Okay. We've never really used particles ever. No, we don't really use particles, but we do need... antimatter is a big deal. When it says victory not yet known to faction, does that mean we don't know about their victory or they don't know about their victory? That's a big question. Everyone's over control point cap apart from the Exodus, which I find really funny. And no, we haven't finished the turn.
Offering assistance.
They don't know how to win. Okay, cool.
Offering counsel.
I'm gonna get a glass of water after this turn, just FYI. I'll only be a couple of seconds. I just need to drink. I'll need the water that I gave them. I should have kept it. Public campaign mission China failed. Okay. The potential to have access to exotics. They get them through their dealings with the aliens. The aliens give them exotics. Both them and the servants get exotics through... Yeah, they must have unlocked it. Hey, Mr. Rain, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Is it Mr. No, it's Moraine, not Mr. Rain. Sorry. Ooh, the space forces of the aliens defeated Project Exodus in the battle at Chang'e Station in Chang'e orbit. Project Exodus lost 10 ships. So they hit them with 3 frigates and a Titan. A Titan? I'm sorry, excuse me? They brought a Titan in this early on? It's 2034. Why have they got a Titan here? Spinal particle cannon, light particle cannon, light particle cannon, enhanced alien heavy mag battery, alien point defense laser, alien point defense particle, enhanced alien light mag battery, enhanced alien light mag battery. Yeah, they've all taken quite a bit of damage. How good is a Titan? Titan's the biggest ship you can build in the game. They have their own research, like for humans to build them. It's their own research just for Titans. It is a point defense Titan, but the fact that they've got enhanced tech has us. We are so on the back foot here. Yeah, we really need to get our ships in space. We could be too far behind to compete with them in space.
Score 1 for the good guys.
I can now launch exofighters. I don't know who has built an exofighter for us, but we can launch exofighters. We've purged supporters of Project Exodus and take a control point from humanity first. Okay, that's fine. That's not ideal. No, it is not ideal. Maglev trains are now available. National Defense points for economy increased by 5%. Nice to have, not a need to have. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab a glass of water. I will be right back. It's only going to take me a second to grab it. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My throat is just really dry. The weather in Australia is turning to winter, and the cold snap really has me feeling quite sick. I would love to take out that Titan. Especially because we now know that the aliens don't think much of us in terms of baddies right now. We kind of only have 40 minutes right now. We need at least decent missiles. You're correct, and that's something I'm trying to research towards. Okay.
Ready for my mission.
Bruce doesn't need to hunt down Protectorate people anymore, but we do need to continue getting him leveled up. So I'm just going to get him to continue to investigate
Tracking
people.
target.
And Robusto
Orders.
Combusto just can keep fighting aliens for now.
Going in hot.
How are we doing for XP on everybody? Nobody needs to level up. We just need to get on top of this. We're up to 4.1k research, which is crazy. Fleet combatants. That lets us research cruisers, battle cruisers. Well, that unlocks cruisers, battle cruisers, and battleships. Ship sizes that we don't need right now, but will need down the road.
Lending my expertise.
That's a big one.
I will help them.
Offering support.
Initiative, okay.
Surveillance complete.
No, oh, okay. We need to get this Protectorate guy back under our control. Otherwise, he may have been assassinated by somebody. The Protectorate and the Academy have terminated their intelligence sharing agreement. Why have we what has just happened? Why have the servants and the Protectorate just gone cold? Alien fleet launches for low Earth orbit 1. Why did that just happen? And why has the game just stopped? Oh, because I paused it. We need these decent missiles. Only have 40mm, as if the glorious 40mm autocannon is the single greatest weapon in the game and capable of destroying alien fleets. Pure coincidence? I don't know. I like to see patterns where there's no patterns. I feel like something's happened. There's been a change in the waters.
The LC is secure.
Good work, Robusto. At least she's doing her job. There's a lot of alien fleets heading for Earth, and I really don't like that. So that's another alien fleet arriving low Earth orbit. This is a destroyer and a corvette. They're probably going to do surveillance. And that's another mission turnover. Space Bofors will solo the Titan. Yeah, it probably will. So it's probably the research for making their agents fully mind controlled and full throttles. Don't know about the Protectorate though. Well, let's see if we can identify an easy to find person from the servants. They've completely. Oh no, we've still got the guy himself is still here. Have we got full investigation on him? Yeah, we do, because it doesn't say we've lost him. So why don't I just turn him again? Who's my person that turns these guys? Oh wait, I need to just hang on. No.
Where do you need me?
It's definitely not Boba Fett or Karen who turns. The stat is persuasion, so it's Bruce.
Ready to go.
No, it's not Bruce.
Ready for orders.
It's Tanka Lelik
Acknowledge.
who turns them. He's turned by another faction. He's a triple agent. Yeah, I've only got an 18% chance to turn him. Loyalty, mission difficulty, different ideology. I can turn him with an 81% chance of success. Let's just try that again. Bruce will look for someone else. Not surveil location, sorry. I want you to investigate. Time to quadruple the agent. Yes, exactly. He won't even know who he's working for by the time I'm finished with him.
Ready.
Alright. Let's confirm and unpause. Again, unfortunately, we are just waiting. That's another alien agent on Earth. We are just waiting for research to kick off, I'm afraid. Which doesn't make for the most exciting gameplay, but we will be getting there.
On our target.
Okay, a resistance evangelist. Interesting.
We've turned them to our cause.
Okay, he's back on our side.
I'm on your side.
Yeah, cool. And I still remember the minus 10% fail. Welcome back, Chukamunde Ugochulele. I can't say that name. Yeah, we will send a team to the crash site. Don't worry, you send a team to the crash site. I'll send Vessel and a few other people. Okay, we've completed Ferris sites. So this just makes it harder for our team to be overtaken by the alien Ferris sites, which is really, really useful. Because it's going to be harder for them to enthrall us.
Chancellor,
Oh.
we believe we have found the missing piece to understanding the Hydra behavior.
We completed the research Hydra Ferricites objective. Now, much has become clear. Hydra Ferricites are adaptive mind control agents. They are released into the air and are inhaled or ingested into the target's bloodstream. and travel from there to the brain, where they suppress the target's desires and loyalties and replace them with new directions, effectively enslaving them. They are clearly a natural evolution rather than the result of bioengineering. The implications are enormous. For Hydras, taming and controlling other species would be as instinctive as language or as tool use is to us. They would have developed advanced techniques of animal husbandry before inventing fire or the wheel. This would have turned to shape their entire culture. To Hydras, other species are not rivals or companions. They are first and foremost resources to be tamed and trained. When Hydras look at humans, their first instinct must be viewed as would view a feral dog or cat. It feels sometimes as though all of our research since first contact has been one piece of bad news after another. How can we possibly negotiate with creatures who view us as they would a stray pet? The task seems overwhelming, yet it must start with a better understanding of Hydroferocites. While our anaestists are still dividing the best approach to defend against Hydroferocites, all agree that we need a live Hydra for study. Oh, how lucky that one of them just arrived on Earth. It seems unlikely one will stay by choice. Research Hydra containment, which we're going to have to research ASAP. In the meantime, let's get their demands researched. This is just, I want to just keep one of my research slots ticking over on plot stuff because I haven't been paying enough attention to it. Yeah, I like the notification to the artwork as well, Monkey C.
By the numbers.
Okay. Alien TikTok parasites with a dash of gold. Yeah. Paramilitary violence. We have strong evidence that Vietnamese power militaries are committing atrocities in the Nanning region. The government of Vietnam has naturally denied any involvement, but are obliged to respond nonetheless. So we can crack down on armed groups, which causes a small amount of damage to the economy and population of Nanning. Unrest in China increases by 1. Cohesion in China reduces by -31. The Academy commits an atrocity. No, we don't have nanotube armor. We do have nanotube armor. I'm pretty sure we do. I'll just check that. Event 2. Pay 10 influence for paramilitary violence 2. Causes a small amount of damage to the economy and population of Nanning. Unrest in China increases by 1. Attempt to negotiate directly with Vietnam. We have a 58% that we can take a small amount of damage. A 42% that we lose cohesion. Or retaliate in kind by funding our own paramilitaries. I think I want to go for request peacekeeping support from the international community for now, because that doesn't change our inequality. So let's pick that. And then, do we have nanotube armor? Is a good question. Yes, we do have nanotube armor. That was one of the things I was happy with. We have purged supporters of Project Exodus and taken control for Humanity First in Iceland. Well, that's something. Another alien fleet has completed transfer. Because, of course, I think it's going to last Academy. A tiny little vessel with lots of armor. Yes, I will be looking for that. Did you get the block there, Monkey C? We need engines, though, mishaps. We don't have any engines. We have literally nothing to really use as an engine. Well, we do now have... at the start of the stream, we had nothing. We do now have the teardrop drive. But these are all solid state and liquid rockets. So I'm just going to mark them all as obsolete. Because we're never, ever going to use them. So we do now have the teardrop drive. Which is fine. I actually forgot we could use this. We could use the teardrop drive. I would prefer to use the Orion or... Are you okay, Kelly? Okay, she's just sniffing. I'd prefer to use the Orion or the Pegasus. Really. I mean, if we want to have a look at a teardrop drive ship... We'll leave the engines for the moment. What have I got for power plants? It's going to have to be Molten Core Fission Reactor 3 every time. Orion is very fissile heavy. We don't have a great fissile income. For radiators, at the moment, the best we've got is the titanium array. We'll have to get rid of the aluminium fin. Then for utility modules, we basically have nothing. We've got magazine for our missile carriers. We could put vectored thrusters in for our other ships. But there's not really very much we could put in here. Although, I'm building a gunship right now, I should really be building a monitor. Maybe you need... The problem with the aliens, Gab, is you need decent delta V to catch the aliens in Earth orbit. Which is a problem. Okay, so anyway, so we're looking at this drive, Molten Core Fission Reactor 3. That's a good point about the noble metals here. This is... Yes, we'll just use the aluminium fin. Every ship needs heat sinks. I use escorts for this, not monitors. Monitors are too big for armor. So I've got 2 ships I want to build, really. A backline missile launcher, which will be the monitor, and then a frontline 40mm point defense ship, which will be something smaller. But for this, we would go magazine, and then for it doesn't have room for hull weapons. It only has room for utility. So we give it a heat sink. We'd probably go for the water heat sink on this, and we've got quantum batteries, which are really, really handy. Okay, the dog is just running around on the floor, and then we hull weapons. For now, it would be 4 crate missiles. Those will be upgraded when we get our missile research done. And then armor, we would do nanotube armor, and we'd probably keep that quite light. We'd probably go about 5, 1, and 1. And then we'd want 5 engines minimum. So that's the wrong way around. And then we need probably, I think, about 6 Delta V. Something like that. Batteries are necessary. Yeah, I've got nothing else to put in though, Salty Frosty, so I'm going to chuck a battery in there. What do you want, puppy? Are you just stuck by the door? Why are you barking? You should be asleep. Oh, hang on, sorry. The dog wants to go out. I'll just be 2 seconds while I let her out. Yeah, it's got a bit of a Stellaris feel. I'll talk about that in Stellaris in a second. So one thing that might be a kind of fun experiment is you could do a Stellaris follow-on from... Oh, God, my monitor's gone off. You could do a Stellaris follow-on for... I don't have targeting computer unlocked, Tildebrand. So that's something else I need to unlock. I might actually... Hang on, sorry, my monitor HDMI cable's gone loose. I might actually wait till targeting computer is researched before we build this, and then we could put a targeting computer in here instead of the battery. Let's just hold on that until we got targeting computer. We'll make that the next research, I think, and then we'll get these ships built. But I want the targeting computer in there, and I think we've got it's actually available to research. And railgun batteries is almost done. Hey, Type C, we're just kind of getting ready to build ships. Do I have targeting? Yeah, targeting computer is here. So we'll do targeting computer next. It's going to be a very quick research, and then we'll be able to start building these ships. So that's what we're going to do there. Bruce, we need to find the alien that's on Earth. I think the aliens, they're not too hard to find. So none of these, I don't think any of these are going to be the alien. No good radius till August is going to be rough. Yeah, we're just going to have to make a Mark II version of the ship with a better radiator.
Eyes on target.
Robusto needs to fight aliens. Tanker Lelic. Actually, let's send her to investigate the UFO crash site.
We'll see what we can find.
And then what actually, if I want to find the alien, because it might be better to surveil this location to see if we can find him.
Initiating surveillance.
If that's how surveillance works. So the only because like an enemy counters and aliens will be detected in the counters adjacent regions. Yeah. So if he's crash landed here and he's in the adjacent region, we might be able to catch him. And then I want Tanker Lelic to go back to advising in China.
Lending my expertise.
What was the question? How many shipyards do I have? So the shipyard station is Moira Reenactment Society. Moira currently has 3 shipyards, 3 space docks. We're going to build that out as the station gets bigger, but I wanted to make sure I had the layered defense. I've actually got 1 layered defense array here and 2 skunk works, which seems a little bit greedy. But we've got 3 here at the moment. We'll build that out when the shipyard gets bigger. I should really have 2 layered defense arrays here and not 1, but I guess we're gonna have to hold until the station gets a little bit bigger before I can add another one. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. That second skunk works is quite greedy. I think I'm gonna swap one of these out for, yeah, I think I'm with you there, Kite. I think having 2 skunk works here is super greedy. I think I need 2 layered defense arrays. How does that do to power? Okay, that makes power a lot safer. We could actually get another space dock in here now, I think, if we drop one of the solar arrays. So the solar array is producing 61, and we are currently... Oh, no, I probably can't, actually. Power produced... No, we might... So 180... I don't think we can make it work. Well, we could upgrade the shipyards, though. We should get that going. A space dock requires 20 power. Shipyard needs 80. Ooh. Yeah, we might just swap out for fission. Okay, so let me upgrade the 3 shipyards. So that puts us at needing 400 power, producing 244. So if we now replace these with fission reactor arrays, that puts me lasagna defense array. So that puts me at 268. We're gonna need a lot more power here. This is gonna be tight. I don't know if I can actually support this. That puts us at 292. For, oh, that's sorry. The dog wants to come back in. I don't think I can support a little bit shipyards.
Okay, Flash. Okay. Looking good. You're still looking good. It's coming up 3 minutes. Okay, control. Let me know when he starts his yacht. Roger. How's your mist been looking now, Fido? Flight Fido, we do have the altitude. Where to go? Okay, how about
So the shipyards are a good investment because they will speed up the ships being built when they come. So these are producing 61 power, and these are producing 85. I'm never going to get to 4. I'm never going to get all the way there. 316 to 400. 340 to 400. Probably if I got rid of the skunk works, I would be okay. Would I? If I lost 30 power from here and then added a fission reactor array. I think I have to lose the skunk works for another fission reactor array, or maybe even just a solar reactor array. If I put a solar array here. Okay, that fixes our power problems here for now, but we're definitely need to look into heavy fusion at some point. The most important thing though is we've got our shipyards on the way, which will speed up construction of our ships when they're coming. Just messy for the moment. Oh, I haven't confirmed all my assignments, have I? I just need to confirm them, okay. Yeah, let's confirm for the turn.
Initiating recon. Cleaning things up.
To see if any aliens show up.
Offering counsel.
Offering
Oh,
counsel.
sorry, I need to close the door because the dog just opened it. Hey, Sally, good girl. My housemate's trying to get to sleep, so she don't want to bother her with me talking about space monsters and fighting aliens and hydras and stuff. Okay.
I will help them.
Yes, we do have skunkworks on most of our stations, I'm pretty sure. Although we were tight on mission control for a while for me upgrading them. But I'm pretty sure I put skunkworks pretty much everywhere I could. Okay, alien abductions in Mali. So he's there. That's him there. That's the alien. That's the alien. Surveilling has uncovered him.
Here's what we've
Okay,
found.
we've now found another, but I think that's someone investigating the UFO crash. Yeah, these are all people investigating the UFO crash. Surveillance control Cameroon, okay. So we need to capture this guy. Ferrocite liability theory. Aliens suffer -2 on throws against our control points. Not too worried about that right now. Alright. So Bruce, you need to investigate this target here. I'm going to give you some ops to make sure that goes off without a hitch.
Initiating surveillance.
Ready
Robusto,
for my
you need to
mission.
check out the alien activity
We'll
for me.
recon the site.
And Tanka Lelic,
Ready to go.
I need you to advise China. I remember to set that to an automatic increase. Make it a permanent assignment.
Offering assistance.
Hydra containment. Okay, we need to set that as a
Offering
favorite.
support.
Yes,
Offering
we need to research something to let us capture the aliens, but that is exactly what we're doing, Monkey Steve. We need to capture one.
Person of interest surveilled.
Xenoform Alpha 19.
We'll be
There he
ready
is
for
there.
new
We
orders soon.
found him there. Xenoform, he looks a bit scarred. So we need to get a better picture. We have to just hope that another faction doesn't kill him before we can capture him. I'll check on rest in a second.
Some say
Okay.
swords to plowshares is mere sentiment. But here we are, using our nuclear bombs to explore the far reaches of space rather than doom our own home.
So that
Commissioner Kiran Banerjee on CNN.
So this is the Orion drive, which if you don't know, is based on the principle of detonating a nuclear explosive behind a ship and using that explosion to propel it forward. And that's potentially going to be our main form of propulsion. Now, what we want to look at is missiles. So let's look at maybe getting advanced missile warfare doctrine, because that gets us penetrator warheads, which are kind of what we're looking for here. That's a big push forward to our weapons tech. Now, that's a 30k research. That's a very long research, but it is a very... We'll be using these missiles for a long time when we grab them. The other option is look at something like visible combat lasers, which gets us green laser batteries. Green lasers are always nice to have because they're one of the only lasers that you can bombard from space with. So even though we'll research better lasers as the game goes on, if we want a fleet that's doing orbital bombardment, we'll probably be sticking to the green laser batteries. Obviously, we've got molecular assemblers if we want to get ourselves towards diamondoids, which gets us towards the super armor. But I think for right now, getting advanced missile warfare doctrine started is a good shout. So I'm going to lay that down. That's obviously not going to complete until 2036. That's going to take a while, but our research will tick up over that time, so we may get there a little bit faster. Oh, losing that Skunk Works has messed up our research really badly. Crap. Okay, we need to do so. We need to get some Skunk Works. We need to get some Skunk Works built. I didn't realize that was our only Skunk Works. Alright, give me a second here. We need to go for all of our HABs for the Academy, and we need to add Skunk Works to them. So you guys don't have a Skunk Works. Let's add a Skunk Works. I want a Skunk Works here. Now that puts your power to 170, 141. How much does a solar panel give you? A solar array will give you 5 power. So it's going to have to be a fission reactor array for 85. Probably get away with a fission pile here. We are at 40, 50, 60, 70. I would need 2 fission piles or 1 fission reactor array. That uses 0.2 fission. So we're going to have to use a fission reactor array here. We have to watch our fission income. But let's get a whole bunch of Skunk Works built out. I want to stick to HABs though. We're not going to build these on space stations for the moment. Okay. Isn't 170 available, 140 consumed? Did I misread that? Isn't nanofact better than Skunk? We need Skunk Works specifically for we need Skunk Works specifically to unlock this. And I don't think nanofacts give that, do they? I think it has to be a Skunk Works because we've got loads. Every one of our space stations has a nanofactory on it. What they don't have at the moment are Skunk Works. I just want to build a couple so I have some backups, basically. 2 fission files will be built faster. We still need to build the Skunk Works, though. So the Skunk Works is going to take 67.5 days. And if we look here, so power produce one. Oh yeah, it was, yeah. So the power here is fine for this Skunk Works. I'm just going to lay down a couple of Skunk Works so we have backups. 90 days for this one. And then we are producing 100 power, but we need more power here. So this one's going to need... So solar array here will give us 40 power, so that's fine because it's on the moon. Let's do one more Skunk Works, just so we're safe. I can't believe we lost that. We'll put 1 Skunk Works on Mars. I think that's a good shout. So power situation here. Power produce 170. Total power consumption 187. A solar array here will get us 13 power. And we need 2 solar arrays, which would cost me very little to build. And I've got the space for them. We'll just slap down 2 solar arrays. And that puts us at... Yeah, cool. Okay, so we've got some Skunk Works coming back up. That's really bad, though, that we lost that progress in thing, because I deleted that. That's just not looking ahead. Oh. The servants just mind-controlled somebody in Ireland, which is funny, because I'm pretty sure Ireland's controlled by the Protectorate. No, it's not. Ireland was controlled by a mix of nations. Okay. The Space Forces of the Protectorate defeated Prussian Exodus in a battle at Chang'e Station in Tiangong orbit. Project Exodus lost 1 ship. Where's Tiangong in orbit? I want to see what fleet that is. So is it a Protectorate station? Or was it at a... Who has Tiangong station? I think the Tiangong is an Exodus. Project Exodus Hab Tiangong station has been destroyed by the Protectorate. Ah, that's good. I think they might have used exofighters. That's scary. Oh, why did the game just stop? Well, okay. Space forces of Project Exodus defeated the Protectorate in a battle at Montsuma Station. So we have a space war that we're not involved in. The Protectorate and the Initiative have just gone at it. And it looks like the Project Exodus have a crazy fleet. So this is the Protectorate fleet. It's made up of 5 Weaver-class corvettes, 1 Golden Black class corvette, and 1 Kagu class corvette. I'm trying to see if I can get you a sun side view of the fleet. I might not be able to. No, because we're on the dark side of Earth at the moment. So the Weaver-class corvette has 1 10-inch cannon and a light ion battery. The one thing I've got is I've got layered defense arrays, which should scare most people away. So that's the Weaver class corvette. The Kago class corvette is a 10-inch cannon and a 40mm autocannon, and the Golden class escort is 2 40mm autocannons, which probably did most of the work. What engines are they using on these? They are using Dumbo drives. Yeah, they're using Dumbo drives. Okay, we really need to get into space here. We really need to get this. We need to get off the ground. What were we waiting on again? It was the tin droplet, wasn't it? We're waiting on tin droplet. There was something else I felt like we were waiting on too. We were waiting on the targeting computer, which I think was going to be here when whatever this was completed. I want the targeting computer. Okay, it's definitely slowed us down considerably. Let me just do a quick level up check once I've cleared this mess. The game's just frozen. Okay, there we go. Don't click through those lists too quickly. So Bruce Wayne has a level up. He's at 25 investigation. He's about to hit 24 admin. I will just max his admin out. And then that's done. That also takes a little bit of pressure off up here. He can also pick up something new, like, for example, Proxima Laboratories. We also have Hickory Laboratories, which is I'd rather have, but I need 3 for that. Volpakea Financial is giving 3 mission control. It's giving 3 admin. As a Cetus is giving 3 admin. That's all it's doing. So that would drop his admin down to 20. It would drop his admin down to 22, but it would free up enough because he would have 20. He's got 23 free at the moment. If I get rid of this. Oh, I'm too tired for the maths for that right now. It's probably very simple, but I'm tired. Okay, she is at 25 admin. Let's get her command up. Bobo Fetter Cairn has a level up as well. He's at 25 admin. I'm just going to push command up for him because, again, I want to get on top of this. Tagalilic. Everyone else is not ready for a level up, okay? We need to defend China and India this turn. So Bruce needs to continue investigating the alien. Because we need to get full knowledge of it before we can do anything to it. Robusto Combusto, I'll get to defend China.
Making things
And
safe
then,
for our
because
people.
Tagalilic is available right now, I'll get him to defend India.
Protecting
Okay.
our interests.
Let's confirm. Close these down. Zoom out a little bit. Unpause the game. I can't believe I destroyed that Skunkworks. That's actually such a loss of progress for us. Project X. So it looks like Project Exodus have gone full scorched earth on the Protectorate. It looks like they're trying to. They're definitely being annoyed.
Securing our interests.
Okay, that's good.
Lending my expertise.
Good.
Securing our control.
Let's council
Offering
success.
counsel.
Fantastic.
We've got some intel on
The
our
problem
target.
is I need to research Hydra containment and I need to research targeting computer. Okay, Chennai continues to suffer from global warming, but that's mainly caused by China, and I am trying to look at it. We're starting to take the unrest hit. I need to do some unrest dealing with in China as well. which Gecko asked me to check a minute ago and I forgot to do. And there's an alien terror attack in Algeria. So that's cool. We've got an alien terror mission happening. Orion Drive is now available for research, so let's favorite that. I now have a lot of very important high-level researches I need to complete. Tin Droplet will complete on the 11th of July. Oh. Okay, I'm going to check this. So Tin Droplet's going to complete on the 12th of July. Their demands will complete on the 9th of June. So I can get maybe Orion researching straight away, follow that up with the targeting computer in those 2 slots, and then we have everything we need to start building a fleet. And we're building it on the right foot. I think the problem is Orion uses a lot of exotics, doesn't it? Not exotics, uses a lot of thistles. We probably want Orion, but we'll stick to Teardrop for Earth base, so I just need to get the Tin Droplet and the targeting computer research. That's all I really need.
At your service.
Okay, you need to keep chasing down... Has he gone to ground? No! Oh no, phew. I thought we'd lost track of him.
Investigating target.
Robusto,
Ready
investigate
for
the
orders.
alien activity in Ireland first.
Headed there now.
And then Tankalelic, I need...
Ready.
Orion only has 1 engine, uses most thistles, yeah. That's what I was aware of. So we've got... How much unrest? We've got 6.2 unrest in India from that event. So we need to do something about unrest in India. Let's get... You can't do anything, so go back to advice in China.
I will help them.
And
to go.
Who's actually Robusto Combusto is the
Standing
best
by
for
for
this.
orders.
So I'm gonna get Robusto Combusto to stabilize
We'll
here,
make things safe.
and then I'll get
Standing
Bobo
by
Fed
for
or Karen
orders.
Conduit, Tankalelic Conduit, but I can get Steve Jobless
Reporting in.
to investigate the alien activity for me. Let's confirm the assignments. Unpause. The economy in Pakistan has grown to the point the nation's at a control point. No! This is bad. We don't want more control points, but that's actually very cool that's happened. I'll check it when the research pops. Which should be in a couple,
Offering
which should be
support.
pretty soon.
Lending my expertise.
Surveillance complete.
Okay, we have full surveillance on Xenoform Alpha 19 now. But we don't have the Hydra containment to hold him in.
Order is returning.
Oof, we've got a lot of work to do in India. Okay, we completed their demands, which is big. Increasing GDP units, gotcha. Thanks to our efforts both in translation and in limited recreation of their Ferrocite-based communications, the Hydra have, thankfully, some willingness to not only engage with us, but also simplify their complex tongue for our sake. Their latest and clearest response brings good news and bad. The good, they do not currently intend to simply destroy humanity outright. The bad, they stipulate a degree of subjugation far beyond our reasonable expectations. Fulfills objective to learn their demands, we update our intelligence estimate, that's fine.
I suppose the silver lining
Oh, that's cool
is
artwork.
that they bothered to communicate with us at all, Chancellor.
We've completed learn their demands. We've translated the Hydra statement. Calling it a statement is unfortunately inaccurate. It is more a list of demands. 1. Humanity to cease all military operations against Hydra forces and place all their forces under the command of Hydra-appointed representatives. 2. Humanity is to commit to building no space fleet, weapons of mass destruction, or military assets that could present a threat to the Hydra race. Any such weapons in existence must be turned over to Hydra-appointed representatives. 3. Humans will commit to supporting the Hydra race in any and all future endeavors or military conflicts. A standing human force will be raised and trained to serve under Hydra handlers in future operations. 4. To ensure that points 2 and 3 are carried out, orbital weapon platforms will be placed in low Earth orbit, carrying sufficient firepower to suppress any possible human resistance. These weapon platforms will be placed under control of Hydra-appointed representatives. We attempted to negotiate in response to these demands. Our messages received no reply. The mood among our people is bleak. The more anti-alien members of our faction have been saying, in so many words, "We told you so." The alien demands are not merely for surrender, but for complete and total subjugation. All of our attempts to reopen negotiations have been met with silence. We are at a diplomatic brick wall, and I fear there's no path forward, so I'm going to let the dog out of the room. There you go, Tom. Go to bed. She hates doors being closed. When she finds the doors she's get past it. It would be pretty cool, mishaps. It's also pretty much the plot to Star Control 2. It's nice Robusto is the best at dealing with unrest, and she's basically an early form sister battle running a brutally burning Xenos. Everyone expects a flamethrower aimed at them, they do. Okay. So that's done. I'm not going to do Hydra containment just yet. I want to get targeting computer done. Very important that targeting computer completes. That'll be done the 16th of June. So tin droplet and targeting computer will both be done mid-June, and then we can start building ships. Our attempt to neutralize the servants in Singapore failed. Okay. Humanity First just going wild. Another alien terror attack in Mexico this time. That's a lot of terror attacks. Targeting computer is complete. Of course, we can't build ships until our shipyards are finished. I forgot about that. So we may as well research Orion Drive before that's completed. Alright, let's get the Copperheads researched as well. Because that will complete at the end of June. Because how long do we have until our shipyard is complete? Oh my god, dog, you're driving me crazy. How long do we have until the shipyards are up and running? So they'll be completed on the 5th of July, and the power plants will be completed on the 15th of June. So it's all going to kind of come together at the same time. I'll see if she goes to bed, otherwise I have to go put her to bed. Are you getting Xenos flashback with these temperatures? I am, Core. I actually am. Okay, there's some of our power plants coming online. And we have a new turn to set up. July 7, yeah. Okay.
Ready.
Bruce, keep investigating the alien. We do want to capture it. I'm just not quite ready to do that yet.
We'll see what they're up to.
Robusto, I need you
Orders?
to continue to put down unrest in India. It's very important that we get on top of that. Especially because they are at insurgency level. Which
Restoring
means we
order.
could. And then Steve Jobless, there's a lot of alien activity I need you to investigate. Right, I'm just going to quickly put the dog to bed while this turn starts ticking. I'll be right back. Tony, what's going on?
I will help them.
You want to come back in?
Offering assistance.
Right, let me wrap
We've
things
got
up.
some intel on our
No food in
target.
there. Cool. Here you go. Let me give you a blanket. Sit. Good girl. You cozy? There's your blanket. Get all snuggled up. Good girl. There you go. I've got her all wrapped up, which is something. Alright. So we got more. So we haven't lost the Xena from Alpha, which is fantastic.
Things are cooling off.
Okay, stabilizing is continuing. Low Earth orbit continues to grow debris, indeed. Public campaigning in Germany, so they're leaving us alone for now, which I'm happy with. They're continuing to try and crack down the servants in Singapore, but that's failing for them. Okay, solar arrays are coming online. Turkey and Israel. No, Turkey has agreed with Iran to. Turkey has agreed with Iran to leave the Israel-Palestine war. Cool. Do these guys die of old age? Yes, they do. Okay, hydraulic explosive missiles is done, so we've got Copperheads now. I will lay down Hydra containment at this point, because we do want to capture this guy before he disappears. Tin Droplet Radiator is going to complete on the 1st of July now, which isn't bad. Okay, they're attacking aliens in Mexico again. So one thing I've done, Monkey See, is I have these blue things here. These are all cybernetic augmentations I've bought for them. And there are stuff later on, things I can do later on that will actually let them live for longer. So you can actually augment and change your agents as well. Okay, I'm excited to start designing some ships. So we just need to wait for the space stations to come
Ready to
online
go.
now. So you need to investigate Xenoform Alpha 19.
Investigating target.
You need to
Reporting
continue
in.
to stabilize India. And Steve, you need to continue investigating what the hell is going on in Mexico. Okay, Tin Droplet Radiator is complete. So we've got the radiator, which is great. Let's get the heavy fission pile done. No, that's not the prerequisite I need. Hybrid everything rockets is, yeah, boost push. Orion Drive. Do I want to get Orion Drive? Such a long research. I don't think it's what I want to be grabbing right now. Many combat training, liberating main plan, China, executive operations center, supply depot, magnet trading, salvage bay, foamed metal armor. No, we're not going to be using that. So I can get rid of that for now. They do look like stuff from Stalker, yeah. I think graphene batteries are good. Am I remembering that graphene batteries are good, or am I just misremembering that? Armor struts might be useful for our little gunships. So that's one to seriously consider. Liquid hydrogen containment is also a good one if we're using liquid hydrogen engines. I'm not sure what our engines are. Is this a liquid hydrogen engine? It just says hydrogen. You spell through power. A shipless drive will require minimum radiators to operate safely. High thrust laser drives tend to be open cycle. You have better batteries. Someone shall we could down on what this game is about. Okay, Sumoi. Basically, there's an alien invasion happening on Earth. We are one of 7 secret societies or secret organizations trying to stop that alien invasion from happening. Each of the secret societies or groups has a completely different objective. Ours is to try and meet the aliens on a level playing field by researching and being available. We start off by fighting over Earth, so I control China and India primarily, and I've turned them into research powerhouses, and then you get into Earth orbit. These are all space stations that we have built and customized. You can see the layouts of them here. They all do different things. They're mostly for me research space stations. We could also creep out further into the solar system, so we've got stations on Luna, and if we go further out, we actually have stations on Mars as well, and we're getting ready. We're getting ready to start taking on the aliens. Hydrogen propellant matches, so we can do the liquid hydrogen containment. Let's grab that because it's a really short research and it's a flat 20% bonus to exhaust velocity. Okay. And basically, we're getting ready to start fighting the aliens. We've been keeping our heads down for a long time, but we're kind of about to go loud.
Offering assistance.
We're just waiting for our shipyards to go online. Oh, Project Exodus Lab, Leica has stationed to be destroyed by the Protectorate, so they're still fighting. Yes, if an invasion is happening, the last thing you want is for humans to keep fighting themselves. Unfortunately, some other people want to join the aliens, and we're no longer secret. We're secret at the start of the campaign. Everyone knows about all the factions at this point. Let's find something else. I'm tempted to grab armor struts. I'm very tempted to get in armor struts. I'm not going to pick up Pan-Asian Combine right now. We're already tight on our research. I know people are talking about it in chat. We could also... we'll finish railgun batteries, because that's the research we lost. So we'll just complete railgun batteries.
Person of interest surveilled.
Okay. Our shipyards are built. Which means we can now start designing some ships. So let's just clear this for the moment. Because I want to start from scratch. Now, we're going to use... We can either use a gunship for this, which has... No, we don't want to use a gunship. I think it's an escort. The escort has 2 hull weapon modules. No, that's right. We're going to build monitors for our missile ships, and then we're going to build escorts for our defense ships. Gunships for our defense ships. Escorts for our defense ships. So my mind's going blank. The monitor is going to use a teardrop drive. I'm looking at 5 teardrop engines. We're going to use, obviously, the molten core fission reactor 3, which is the best reactor that we have. For radiators, we now have access to the tin droplet radiator, which is a phenomenal radiator. Not only is it very efficient, but unlike the aluminium, which you can see here sticks out but for miles, the tin droplet actually stays quite tight into the ship, means it doesn't get hit too much by incoming fire. For hull weapons, we're going to go with 4 Copperhead missiles. Then we're going to grab a magazine to get more missiles. We're going to grab a targeting computer in order to make sure that we don't get ECM'd by other humans if they come up. And then we've got 1 slot left. We could either slap in a heatsink, or we could slap in something like liquid hydrogen containment to get more delta V. I think I'm just going to go for the liquid hydrogen containment so the ship can get there faster. The thing about this ship is if it overheats, it doesn't really matter too much because it's going to launch its missiles and then run out of ammo. Kite is suggesting a second magazine. Each of these adds an additional 50% ammo. It's not a terrible idea to have 2 magazines. What else does the ship need? The ship also needs armor. The best armor we have right now is nanotube armor. I'm going to put 5 armor on the front, 1 in the middle, 1 at the back. Then we need to look at speed. I'm thinking, and I need your input for this. In terms of delta V, is 7 kps enough to intercept and chase down aliens in low Earth orbit? We're looking at 132 water, 103 fissils, 128 metals, 25 noble metals, and 0.93 fissils. And it'll take 120 days to build. Hey Alex Dragon, how's it going? It depends. So that's the big question. I thought 8 kps was needed with an Earth orbit. What does it say here? Determines whether ships with less than 1 kps will be unable to perform orbit phasing maneuvers. Ships with less than 8 kps have trouble reaching the moon. As long as we don't change orbits, about 8 is good. Let's get it up to 8 then. So we'll add more propellant tanks. We've got 8.3. So this is where everyone has very different opinions on how much kps. We apparently have very bad cruise acceleration at 41.9 milligs, which is, yes, very slow. 8 is good to have. I could easily get it up to 10 without too much trouble. It's not going to cost me that much with 18 propellant tanks. And then we've got 10 to play with, which means we can probably do a little bit more in the way of moving between places. Because one thing I always have a problem with is ships running out of delta V and getting stranded in Earth orbit. Or do we keep them cheap and just keep it at 8? Better add the 6th engine. 6th engine gets us up to 51 milligs. Just to check something, I'm not going to do it, but if I slap in the liquid hydrogen containment, yeah, there's hardly any difference there. 10 point, it adds a little more delta V, but we'll go for the second magazine. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. So we need a ship class name. Now, I'm going to try something. Let me just check something in my... Where's my tool? What is the command? Because I haven't actually done this since last week. The command is... Where are my commands? Is roll. So it's exclamation mark roll. And then what is the... I do have a thing for... Where's my roll action? I can't remember what my... I know how to get the name for ships, but I can't remember how to get the name for hull types out. So I need to quickly check the code. It is ship, base, fleet, army, councilor, class. All right. Hi, what we get is hi, multi tsunami. Not tonight. It'll be tomorrow. Add a little bit of front. There's going to be another ship that goes with this core that's going to be in the front. Yes, so there is a ship for classes. So if I roll class, we will get a class name for this. It is the Xerxes class. Okay, Xerxes class ship. Yeah, we do need some more. You prefer... It's not going to be moving around Earth, Luna, Salty. It's only going to stay in Earth orbit. But just throw a game. Ace Combat type of game where you defend Earth from an invasion. That sounds awesome, Monkey C. I'm down for that. So yeah, there's not going to be any Xenonauts tonight, but there'll be tomorrow. Okay. The role for this is a standoff vessel. I think that's everything we need. We're going to use the old style for it. And I think we're ready to lay that down as a completed ship. The Xerxes class monitor, save design. Yes. Okay, now we need to make the other ship. We're going to go for an escort for that ship. That ship is going to have the teardrop drive. We'll go for 6 engines on that as well. It's going to have them... if you click orange circle, auto assigns the row. Okay. We're going to use the Molten Coefficient Reactor 3. We're going to use a tin droplet radiators. We're going to have a... What do we actually need here? We'll probably take the targeting computer, though we don't really need a targeting computer for what this thing uses. Like, you like the advanced aesthetic for the escort? Yeah, that does actually look quite cool. We definitely don't need a magazine here. I'll take the vector thrusters, but we really need something better. Actually, this ship's going to be heavy, so the liquid hydrogen containment may help it a lot. Hull weapons, it's going to have 2 of the greatest gun that humanity has ever created, the 40mm autocannon. You think a heatsink? Oh, we could have a look at, we could do a heatsink. We could drop in probably the water heatsink is 250 tons, 500 tons. Well, I mean, we'll try the heavy water. Then nose weapons none. Armor is nanotube. And then we probably don't worry too much about the rear and the side armor. 5 inches does look cooler. I will agree with you. It does look a lot cooler. What kind of power supply does the drive have? As in the teardrop drive with or without thrust? I'm not quite sure what you're referring to there, Core. I may be too stupid. Liquid hydrogen can explode on hit. We're going to put 22 armor on the front of this thing. It's just going to tank. The whole point of it is just to do point defense. It's just going to sit in front of the missile carriers and point defense, and if anything survives, it'll fly in and shoot them. So for propellant tanks, we're going to get that up to about the same KPS. So I can get to 8.4 with this. Probably produce a lot of heat. That lighter heat sink is probably fine. Okay, let's go for the lighter one. So 9.7. I do 8.7 on this thing. It's a new stat for engines. I'm not sure if I can. Is that here? That's why there's just nothing else to put in there, multi-tsunami. That's the thing. I just don't have anything researched. I mean, we could go with a liquid hydrogen containment, but that can explode. And this ship's going to be taking a lot of hits. I don't really need a magazine. I don't need a battery. I don't need the vector thrusters. I don't need the targeting computer, but it costs nothing to put in. So I'm going to put the targeting computer. Backup power to ship systems. When not thrusting, it says. Which it will be doing, actually. But it doesn't tell me how much that is. No, I'd rather just put something in there, honestly. I like, what does it matter for the cost? This thing costs nothing to build. Okay, let's get a name for this class. Roll class. This is, oh, what a name. This is the paper shredder class. So we got a paper shredder class escort. That's come up brilliantly. I love that. I have not fluid the power system yet. Yeah, it sounds weird to me. Actually, liquid hydrogen won't. Oh, liquid hydrogen won't explode. A fitting name. So we can run with liquid hydrogen then. If that's not going to explode, that will get us a bit more cruise delta V. I could even drop that down to 6 propellant tanks. My memory fails me today. Okay, well I guess we'll find out. Let's save the design. So we've got our paper shredders. We've got our missile launchers. Now we can actually build some ships. So we've got 3 shipyards at the moment. I'm going to lay down, to start with, 3 Xerxes, because they're going to take longer to build. So we'll add them to the queue. Why can't I add them to the queue? What have I done wrong? This always throws me off. Construction a new ship. Unpowered. Right. Okay, we need to wait for the rest of the power supplies to go live on that station. So we need to wait for them to go. The heat sink can explode, I think. Okay. I'll give a little bit more DV than the missile ships, as they do need to maneuver a little. But that's still important. I think we're fine. Hydrogen will explode pretty sure because it happened in real life. So we just need to wait for the fusion, the last power plants to go live on the shipyard station, which will happen. We're waiting for. Okay, they're all still under construction. So that's the 15th of July. It's all going to happen on the 15th of July. We can start we can start constructing ships on the 15th of July.
Violence is abating.
Space Force of the Resistance defeated the servants in battle at Skogskir Garden Station. What are the Resistance fielding? The servant have... Okay, the Resistance destroyed it, so I can't actually look it up. The UI is very confusing, Monkey See, and this is after many patches. It's much better than it used to be. It's so much better than it used to be. Okay, that's just the... Okay, that's fine. Oh, does that mean our Skunk Works is now done? I don't think it is. No, Skunkworks still isn't completed. Just the power plant to support it. Railgun batteries are completed. That's great. That's a huge boost in research. Okay, what do I want to get researching next? We've got the basics of our ships. So we probably want to look at maybe some Earth stuff for a little while. I'm quite tempted just to knock out a few things like hybrid air-breathing rockets. That's 1,000 research for something very, very small that's going to help out a lot. Nothing to report. There's little interest or urgency to report at this time. The world remains in upheaval, and it is likely to remain so until the aliens are dealt with, one way or another. But for now, at least, things appear relatively stable. Grants a tiny public opinion boost to the Academy around the world. Weird. Oh, my chat just went weird. Did I just lose a whole ton of... Did I just lose a whole ton of chat? Or did chat just repeat? Because Kaitsumi just said they might have used exofighters, and I feel like they said it a long time ago. That's weird. Control nation. Okay, servants have gone Gambia. I don't really care. 13th of July. 14th of July. You said it recently? Yeah. 15th of July. Okay. We completed construction of a new layered defense array, which is good, but we also have all of this. So we can actually now start laying down some ships. So I'm going to build 3 Xerxes class monitors to start with. Get them laid down, and then we'll follow them up with the paper shredders. So the paper shredders will only take 72 days to build. Because I want to start kicking the aliens out of Earth orbit as soon as possible. Okay, how long do we have on Hydra containment? We've got a while still to go on Hydra containment. Let's just check for level ups as well. Steve Jobless has a level up. He's currently 24 admin, 24 espionage, 12 security. Let's just get his admin to max because we are still over our main problem here. Then you don't have a level up. No one else has a level up. It was just him. Okay. Then we will go back to our agents.
Reporting
Bruce, continue to just keep an eye on this alien for me, please. I'm really worried I'm going to lose sight of it.
Surveilling target.
His admin didn't go up, did it not?
At your
I think that
service.
happened last time as well.
Where do you need me?
Why is his admin not going up over 24? Ah, this attribute may not exceed 24 for this counselor. It doesn't say, it just says... Why is it not going to go over 24? This attribute may not exceed 24 for this counselor. I've never seen that before. And I can't see a trait that's lowering it either. Ah! Furtive. Administration -1. So he's way over admin. He's like way over admin. We need to get some admin stuff off him. Alright, let's get rid of... The Pegasus group is giving him +3. We can dump that. So that's him now at... Still massively over. Sequoia Financial's giving him +3. We can dump that. Now he's at admin 19 + 5 is 24. So now he's... Our leaders who still immortal or they're not immortal at all. They're totally mortal. See his age here? He can die. They can also be assassinated by other factions. And we can do it too. Our SCP is protected. Oh, the new one in Pakistan. I think we've protected it since, Gab, but we'll check that. I'm just going to sell these. We don't need them anymore. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Black Fox. That's awesome. I hope you're having a lovely day. Let's just quickly check RCP in Pakistan. Pakistan. Yeah, the control point in Pakistan does need to be protected, so that's something to do next turn. Actually, we can do it right now. Actually, well, I've got other important stuff to do, so we need to stabilize here.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Bobo Feder can't defend. Tankalelic can, so Tank can defend Pakistan.
Securing our interests.
Steve Jobless needs to investigate
Ready
alien
to
activity in Mexico. Is that everything? Is there something else
What's the
Bob could be doing at the moment? Oh, yes, we need to fix Pakistan's priority for the new control point. That's a very good point. There we go. Pakistan's just a wonderful place to live right now. We've got unrest down to 4.2 in India. It's still very high. Let's confirm assignments. That skunk work should be coming on. Okay.
Expertise.
The skunk works are now back online. We have got our 3rd research slot back. So let's get researching properly. Okay. Let's get Orion Drive researching. This is a long-term research that we need. I follow on YouTube, love the Xenonotes 2 series. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying Xenonotes 2.
Safe for our people.
I'm very much enjoying playing it, and I'm going to get you some more. I'll get you another episode for it tomorrow. Just Tuesdays are Terra Invicta day. Right? Yeah, you're already there, Salty, but I'm glad we're on the same page.
Sir Francis Drake
Okay.
didn't defeat the Spanish Armada, by building even bigger ships. He won by overwhelming them with smaller, lighter boats. It is as true today as it was in 1588. If your ship is too slow to turn, you're doomed.
I mean, that is definitely the
Hans
bit.
Castillo, personal correspondence during the Salvadoran Civil War.
It's pretty much our doctrine for space combat right now. This unlocks the remass scoop and component armoring, but also unlocks a whole ton of stuff. Let's take a second to have a look at the tech tree, because I need to work out where we're going next. Let me zoom out slightly. Where's the zoom slider? There's no zoom slider. Okay. Is there no zoom slider? Am I going insane? There's no zoom slider? There's no zoom slider. All right. Hey, Cortuous, how's it going? Yeah, I was going to say we're playing Xenonauts 3. No, we're not. We're playing Terra Invicta. So, let's just pretend it gives 6 agent slot. Yes, that is actually probably a good idea. This isn't the full tech tree. What is that called again? Is it clandestine? It's We Are Not Alone is the first one. That's all the way back here. But this is the full tech tree here. Clandestine cells, I believe, is the tech we're looking for. It's covert operations. Allows us to recruit an additional agent. So covert ops is what we're looking for. It did Monkey See. I'm really excited about that. The channel has gotten some crazy growth. I do have a zoom on this. Okay, so covert ops requires quantum encryption. Quantum encryption requires self-repairing software. So we've unlocked self-repairing software. We can get that researching. Let's work towards our 6th agent. So we want... I've already forgot the name of the tech I was just looking at. It's quantum self-repairing software we need. Self-repairing software. Completion may unlock the following technologies: rapid shipbuilding, autonomous research groups, quantum encryption, white-collar automation, and it also gets us access to DNA repairs and the improved ECM modules. It's awesome to have all these new faces in chat. It's so lovely to have you here. If you're enjoying Terra Invicta and Xenonauts 2, I also stream Rogue Trader at the same time on Thursdays. And I get chat a lot more involved in that one by letting them vote on the decisions. And I'm also doing Unicorn Overlord on Sunday mornings as well. Those are some good projects. Yes. So let's get that going. Let's unpause. We've got ships laid down. We've got stuff
some
going.
intel on our target.
And we're going to capture Xenoform Alpha soon. TM. This is our only concern right now. Okay, we got down to Strife in India, which is great. Yeah, Ryan isn't being researched? What? Oh, have I not put anything into... God damn it. There's too much stuff going on in this game. It's so... There. So easy to get overwhelmed in this game. That's why I have chat here to help keep me on track. Because I'm spinning so many plates. Humanity First has agreed with Israel to end the Israel-Palestine war. Well done, Humanity First. Hybrid air-breathing rockets is done. So that's national investment points we direct to booster increased by 20%. That's just going to speed that up a little bit. Okay. Exotic materials. I would like to get this knocked out, to be honest. It's a 20,000 research project. It's going to take a little bit of time, but there's nothing I need right now. And getting all of this done now will help us, again, long term. Because we're not upgrading our ships for a while. You have 2 more boost projects. Yes, I know, Kite. I mean, actually, one of them was really good, wasn't it? It was... Where was it? It was one of these, I think. Oh, I can't... Now I'm going to find it. Directed energy launch systems. Yeah, for 2,000, it gets 25% bonus to boost. Let's get that done first. I know I'm not using exotics, but I'm trying to get the plot research done, and I need exotics to pick it up. All right, let's jump back to Earth. How is unrest looking in India? It's at strife level. Unrest's at 2 in China, but going down. We're still got a really high problem with cohesion in China, and we have very high inequality, which is very slowly going down. Bruce, I need you to keep your eye on that alien still. We will eventually do something about it. Robusto, I need you to continue putting down unrest in India. Tanka
Your
Lelek,
orders?
you no longer need to defend anywhere, so go back to advising China, please.
Lending
And
my
Steve
expertise.
Jobless, there's no more
At your
aliens to find.
service.
So can you please advise who? So Bob's.
Standing by.
You need to advise Pakistan.
Ready for my mission.
So I don't need to rush through this once because of schedule issues. I totally understand that, Monkey C. You don't feel like you need to rush through plot projects. It kind of says all pro and anti-alien projects. Yeah, I'm just
Lending my expertise.
thinking about what I can handle mentally at the moment is just getting that done. Also, go Mobile Science Lab, buffs them don't mix with bullets from Habs, and laser engines. Yes, laser engines resource cost is quite expensive. That's not a bad idea. I haven't really used Mobile Science Labs before. Let's confirm and unpause. We can have a look at that once we get the
Offering
other
counsel.
boost one done.
Offering support.
Offering assistance.
Okay, railgun batteries has completed, which gets us the light rail. So we've got railgun. This is huge. This is good because no, sorry, that became available, right? Yeah, railgun batteries became available. You can tell I'm getting tired. You can tell I'm starting to slip.
Surveillance complete.
Good. I'd love to get some ships done this stream,
Violence is a
honestly. Okay, still dealing with subversion in India. Okay, that's more stuff coming online. Public campaigning in India again. They got 21% public opinion. Frustrating, but not a problem. Lots of Protectorate fleets coming in. Project Exodus Hab was destroyed by the Protectorate. So they're still fighting. There's still combat going on between Luna and Earth that we're just not involved in. Yeah, the others are just throwing, like, churning ships out. Okay, Targeting Computer 2 is now available. Oh, I think I might have missed my question getting answered. Making breakfast. What was your question? Is there a faction that can turn Canada into the sole ruler of Earth? I'm sorry, Black Fox. I did miss that. It's because I'm getting sleepy. You can pretty much... I don't know if Canada... I'm pretty sure Canada can inherit America. I'm pretty sure Canada can eat America. And then if America has eaten Mexico... and Mexico has eaten South America, you could have like a United America, like continent of America under Canada, but I don't know if Canada can get claims on the rest of the world. But you can definitely do a lot of that. Anyway, this is a hugely good project. Already got an upgrade to our ships available. Alright, Bruce, again, I know it's really boring, but continue to just follow this alien around Earth, find out what it's up to. Make sure you don't lose track of it.
Target.
A Robusto, you know what you need to do. Make things better in India.
We'll make things safe.
You can do a lot of really fun stuff. Like the game starts without the European Union, and the Protectorate have formed the European Union in this game. And the European Union is United Kingdom plus France plus Spain, and then I think there's like a couple of random countries. It's also got Padrokia, and it's also got that's part of yeah. Like the European Union is weird in this one. There's none of the other weird. Oh, we also currently have the Republic of the Southern Cross, which is Australia merged with New Zealand, which also has claims on getting into Southeast Asia as well. I'm sure there's a way to work it out, Kite, that you could get Canada to take stuff over, though, surely. If not, there's definitely mods that'll let you do it. Okay, that's fine. That's just humanity first. Munitions depot blast. Oh dear. A large explosion has occurred at an ammunition depot near Bangalore. The resulting fire were extinguished after a few hours and an assessment of the damage took place. It appears a substantial quantity of ammunition was soon destroyed by the blast, so substantial that some Indian defense officials suspect this was the work of Afghan operatives. Accidents do happen sometimes. India loses 0.05 for military tech level, causes some public opinion in India to turn away from the academy. You can't create your own faction at the moment, no. There is plans to add a Cold War start to the game. Accuse Afghanistan of causing the blast. India loses 0.05 military tech level. India gains 0.3 cohesion. The Academy's public opinion falls in Afghanistan. Conduct a full investigation. Find out if it was an accident or find out if it was local crime. I think I'm going to accuse Afghanistan.
Offering support.
I will help them.
Offering counsel.
Person of interest surveilled.
There's definitely mods for it, Black Fox. I'm sure there's all sorts of mods for forming super countries. I'm sure there's a mod out there for getting claims on America as Canada. Or you could just invade America as Canada. You can't just take over territory with ground war. This game does actually have armies that you can fight on the ground. And we will be doing that. Guess what, everybody? We have completed Hydra containment. Our architects have devised an alien containment facility that is disarmingly simple but highly effective in its design. Essentially, 2 concentric circles are placed at the precise center of a larger triangle. The inner containment chamber utilizes a multi-stage particulate-absorbing filtration system to protect against ferrocet release, so that it may safely monitor the entity from the outer circle. Each corner of the triangle houses a heavily armed guard post, the equal distance between ensuring that in the likely event that the captive escaped, then slew or turned personnel within one of them, the other 2 can respond simultaneously. Fulfills objective research Hydra containment, allows factions to capture and hold live aliens. Oh, just produce a regime change, so that's right.
We are ready to bring in a member of the Hydra species for study, Chancellor.
We have our prison, reinforced against both Hydra strength and Hydra ferrocites. Now we need an inmate. I wonder whether this will damage our relationship with the pro-related factions less than simply killing a Hydran, or more. Our relations with the pro-related factions are already strained, but I suspect this will push them to the breaking point. Looked at objectively, it is only symmetrical. They have abducted us, now it is time to do the same to them. But I doubt fairness ranks high among their concerns. Detect an alien operative on Earth and conduct a detain mission against it. It may also be possible to locate an alien facility on Earth. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. Now, our next research was not something I just slotted into targeting computer 2. Let's get that done. Nothing else is close, but next turn we're going to try and capture an alien.
Order is returning.
And the ships must be getting kind of close as well. How long out are the ships? 80 days. Okay, they're halfway through. More alien Terra missions. Directed energy launch systems is completed, so that's a 25% bonus to boost. There's another one I'm thinking about just getting it done, which is scramjets. It's 1,000 for the 15%. Let's just get all the boost tech done quickly, because we're gonna need boost, especially if I want to mess around with exo fighters. Okay, new turn. That means it's Operation Capture the Alien. Alright, mishaps. I'm not going to be on for too much longer myself. I'm getting very tired. Set alarm for December. That's a good point, Ghost. Let's do that first. We'll go for December 29th. Invest. Set alarm and close. Okay. It does seem like a hotspot for alien activity. Yes. So.
I'm here.
Xenoform Alpha 19 is who we want to capture. Now, a detain mission. Let's protect target. Who can detain?
Standing by.
Robusto can detain. Detain needs investigation. Steve
What's
who's my investigator? My
Standing
investigator
by for
is Bruce Wayne. So Bruce Wayne would be the one to
Your orders.
take this guy out. But I believe we're going to need to protect him as well.
Eyes on target.
So we're going to get Robusto Combusto. Apply the security or command attribute to shield the target. So I'm going to protect Bruce Wayne. I don't know if I need to defend here or not. I'm only on episode 5 of my streams. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in and watching the streams. Check traits, yes. He has second wave and survivor. Very hard to kill a nuclear war massacre. He actually doesn't have very much. So I probably don't need to protect target, looking at that. We'll do the rest of the turn at the same time. So I want to get I want to get
Standing by.
Steve Jobless to investigate alien activity in Algeria. I don't think I need to protect target.
Ready for my mission.
I think we just hit him and take him out. Yeah, he's got nothing dangerous. The game also warns you now if they have a dangerous trait. So I'm going to put you back to dropping unrest in India.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Let's catch ourselves an alien. Fingers crossed it goes off without a hitch.
Assistance.
Target secured.
Captured live alien. It is impossible to describe the sensation of gazing upon a creature from another world with one's own eyes. No words could adequately explain how uncanny it feels to see such a thing move and draw breath and turn its own unquestionably alien eyes upon us. Even had we sent a poet, they would not be able to convey the mingled sense of awe and wrongness. The terrifying privilege of beholding something that does not resemble anything else in human experience. The shape of the hulking skull, the tendrils that dance unnaturally within the mouth, the way the light plays across flesh, textured and patterned like nothing else on earth. Even these beings sound challenge our very definition of language. The idea that we could ever know their mind seems, for now, frankly laughable. Let us hope that will soon change. Regardless of the fleeting encounters we or others might have had previously, and no matter what happens next, this is a watershed moment, never to be forgotten. Aliens have jumped up to level 2 against us, but no higher. So we're in the clear.
We have a live Hydra in our custody, Chancellor.
The fight was neither neat nor pretty, but we now have our Hydra. This time we were better prepared. Due to our analysis of Hydra biology, and the price in blood was lower, although still too high. The Hydra took some wounds in the fighting, but like its name said, it is quickly regenerating. We've assigned some personnel in an attempt to begin to build rapport with our captive. I imagine that its first response will be to attempt to enslave them with its ferricides. Perhaps once that fails, it will start to take us more seriously. Now that we have both a Hydra and a means of communicating with it, we can attempt a proper conversation. Unfortunately, our translation methods are still crude. We expect this to be a long process. However, hopefully Rudy, as one of our security persons named him, will be willing to talk. Complete the Hydra interrogation project when it becomes available. We need to complete this required tech. What's the difficulty? It seems we have 2 hate on 60 MC. I'm playing on normal multi-tsunami because I don't want this campaign to last forever. Do you think Bruce threw a flashbang and smoked first? Yeah, he just went in with a stick, didn't he? Apparently it's been named already by the science team, by the security team, as Rudy. And there's the artwork for us detaining it. We've detained Alpha 19 for interrogation. From our interrogations, we receive a significant bonus towards the knowledge and research going forward. Okay, that's big. The Protectorate and the Academy have terminated their non-aggression pact. If we had one with the servants, they would also terminate it at this point.
Things are cooling off.
Okay. Unrest is almost under control in China. In India, even. Our research development team reports we're now able to undertake the Hydra interrogation project. We can do that. Scramjets is going to complete on the 13th of September, so we'll get Hydra interrogation done next. I want to just get a couple more turns done, but I do have a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning, so I might need to leave that for our next stream. Remask Scuba's been added, okay. Investigate 8 activity complete. I think I'll play one more turn. There you go, that Scramjet's done. And then I'm going to have to go to bed. And let them down a dark alleyway. So let's get Hydra interrogation researching. And then we'll play one more turn out. And then I'm going to go to bed. Because it's past 1 a.m. And I've got a really important meeting at 9 a.m. tomorrow, unfortunately. So Bruce... Oh, we haven't finished the turn. Unfortunately, Black Fox, yeah, it is a little bit late for me being in Australia. I'm sorry about that. Did he kill both of his parents? No, it's not Batman. Oh, I guess he is Bruce Wayne. I guess what you're talking about. Yes, he is Batman. He's Flatman. Okay, Bruce no longer needs to track down the alien. But I am going to get him to continue investigating people because that's how he gets experience.
Initiating surveillance.
Robusto, I want one more turn of stabilizing in China, in India, please.
Restoring order.
And Steve, you can go back. So you're in India, so you can go back to advising Pakistan for now.
Lending my expertise.
You two have friends in Australia? Yeah, that's probably the most furthest time zone I can think of. Oh, so at the moment, Canada is under control of the Resistance. So Canada is under control of probably one of the most sensible factions in the game. The factions being the Resistance, protect humanity by resisting the alien invasion. Humanity First, eradicate the aliens and all who support them. The Initiative, exploit the alien arrival to gain power. The Servants, support the aliens by any means necessary. The Protectorate, protect humanity by appeasing the aliens. Project Exodus, escape the aliens by sending humans to other stars. And we are the Academy, which is meet the aliens on equal footing. Hey, Supremo Rel, how's it going? So I'm going to say hola, leave a lurk, and wish you all good in your time zone. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I like how they did split the province and territory in this game. Yeah. They have an exofighter? They do have an exofighter. Apparently, I have an exofighter as well. I don't know where it's from. India has 002 exofighters. Pakistan has 1 exofighter. India has 003 exofighters. If only had a revival spray in his belt, yes. Okay, defend interest is complete.
Offering assistance.
Offering counsel.
Offering support.
We've got some
We're up to
intel on our target.
4.8k research, by the way. and we started this stream at 4K research, so we picked up 800 research just through developing our nations while we've been doing other stuff. Ah, gotcha, Kite. That makes sense. We found a tech mogul for the initiative. So our research continues to go up. Component armoring is now available to research.
Order is returning.
Okay, India's down to 1.7 unrest. Or must go back to fighting aliens. Okay, the servants now have 23% public support in China, which I don't like. It's too high, especially with our current issue with command. With command points, control points. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Is nothing else going to happen apart from all these alien fleets? No. Okay, that is the end of the turn, and I'm very sorry to say that I'm going to have to end the stream here. And I know that's a bit abrupt, but I think it's obvious that I'm really, really tired. The first hour of a Terra Invicta stream, I'm really, really keen, and I've got like all these ideas and stuff. And then as the second hour drags on, I just get tireder and tireder and tireder and tireder. We have made some really good progress today. And I'm really excited for the next stream because we can actually start making our presence known in space. It's also really cool to see the other factions actually having space combat going on. That's awesome. That just never ever happens. For now, however, I'm going to have to leave you. I will get you a new Terra Invicta tomorrow. No, I won't. Jeez, so tired. I'll get you another Xenonauts tomorrow, and then we'll have Rogue Trader on Thursday. Thank you all so much for all of the support on the channel at the moment. It is just awesome. I hope I'm keeping you reasonably entertained and you continue to watch stuff. I'm going to stop talking before I say something stupid. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you all for tuning in today. I hope that you have a wonderful day or mooning, or evening or morning or night. Have a great one. I'll catch you later. Ciao for now. Bye.